CW here. Well, I got another project. This is that green upper and float tube that is the 350 Legend that I don't really care for. So I picked up this slick-sided upper on sale earlier this month, and I'm going to switch it over. Don't have any need for the forward assist on this because this is going to be used on my SCR, which uses a different bolt carrier group that doesn't have the tail portion of the bolt carrier group to be able to have that track to use that. So that's coming off. This scope is going to be reused, but it's going to be in a different mount because the SCR has a conventional stock, so it doesn't need the high, it needs to be lower. So I got a lower rail coming, and that's going to go on here with this Monstrum Gen 2 1:6x24. This is one of my older Monstrums. These things are great. It's been rock solid. It's really nice. Really nice LPVO. All right, that's that. Of course, this is YouTube, so I can't show you this actual process, but I think I can probably get away with speedy mode. So probably that's what I'll do. Show you how I go about that and what I do. This block won't work with this rail. It only works with this. So I'm going to have to, I know I have a gas block. I think I have a right gas tube. I got to look. I have a few gas tubes in my spare parts. So as long as I do, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't really want to utilize this because if I do, I'd spray paint it, and then I don't really want to do that. This is Cerakoted, and I really don't want to do that. I'd rather have this, I'd rather strip this and bring it back to a better color, or leave it as a package and use it on another build down the road. Don't know. But I don't really care for this as it's set up. Maybe with a shorter barrel this would be all right, but with this is 18. It's it's not quite right. And with this, I think it'll be a lot better. It'll look a lot better because it's basically a hunting upper more than it is a sporting, AR-15 style upper. So let me get set up. Let me get some more parts over here. Let me dig out the gas block and see if I got the tube, and then we'll come back. All right. Sorry about that. I've got the bolt carrier group out. I got the block off. I did not have a tube, so I had to take the tube out of here. I got a new gas block. I got a pin. Got to put that together. Get rid of these. Some of these parts are not needed. Got my tools over here, and we got to take this off. I don't really need the scope on there, so I probably should get that out of my way before I damage it. All right, let me get you in speedy mode here before I forget about it and ruin my video. Lots and lots of threads on this block. All right, stand by. And there we go. That looks quite a bit better. Quite a bit better. I've got a couple of spare parts. Put this stuff away and clear everything up, and I can get my hammer mount out. This is a really handy tool, Magpul Bev block. It's an alternative to an action rod, a little less expensive. Works, as you can see, just fine. Gives you plenty of torque. Puts the torque right where it's supposed to be on your lugs, where you're not going to twist or bend a receiver. Oh, I got one more part to put on there. I just saw. I don't know if I like this on here, but let's see here. Don't know if I like this on here. I like the part. I just don't know if I like it on this rifle. Might be better served on a different firearm. All right, so this will take a door, but I'm not going to put it on it. Let's wipe off our nose here so we don't get copper anti-seize everywhere. You saw me put that on the new one. And I don't know if you could see it, but when you put these nuts on, you want to torque them at least three times. I like 3. So everything in your block, snug it real good, back it off. Snug it real good, back it off. And then snug it real good again. That sets the threads. Seats the threads. Because this is a brand new virgin tapped cut rifled upper, and you want to make sure you have good contact across all the threads. If you don't have good contact across all the threads, a couple of heat cycles shooting and cooling will loosen everything up. So you want to make sure you really jam it way tighter than it needs to be, and then back it off, and then do it again, and then back it off and do it a third time. You could do it 4 or 5 times, doesn't matter, but do it at least 3. And it'll set those threads, get them all to the same pitch, all to the same measurement on your nut. And another thing is I prefer steel nuts to aluminum nuts. This is an aluminum nut, but it's a different style. It's pretty good because it's got a broad surface and it's well made. A lot of the cheaper forends will have aluminum nuts, really cheap forends, and those are pretty much junk. But if you get a better forend, you're going to probably get a steel nut, and that's what I prefer. So this is a good gas block. It just needs to go with something like this. It just fits inside this tube. Won't fit inside this one. So it wouldn't work with this forend, but it will work with this one. There we go. This isn't needed on this rail. This is a Monstrum, I think. Yeah, Monstrum rail. It's not needed on this one because we're going to use something that's down low on the gun for how it's going to be used. I may even put a dot on here for what this is and how it's going to be used. It might be more beneficial that way. And this is just a level, which isn't really needed on this gun or this caliber because of the yardages that it's used at. It's always beneficial to be square and level, but it's not as big a deal on a short range, in 100 yard or inside 100 yards. And this just gives you a nice level right there on the back of the gun, right where your eye is. Doesn't hang off the sides, and it's a nice option. Okay, so my 350 Legend has another different upper. It needs to be sighted in again. there we go. We made it more worthwhile, more workable. Tools away. There we go. Thanks everybody. Hope you found it interesting. Sorry I couldn't show you more because YouTube's rules just don't allow us to do this kind of stuff, to show you step by step. I can tell you, but I can't show you. I also threw on a single point sling, and there'll be one on the buttstock, so this will be the forward one, the back one, if I want to use it. Sometimes I pull it back here if I'm going to use it as a single, but it's easy to move, so for now it's just there, out of the way. This is a Strike King charge handle. It's not my favorite, but it works. And this is a brand new bolt carrier group I just picked up to have one in here. I was stealing one from my other gun, and I like to have it complete if I can. So there we go. All right, everybody. You saw how I do it. Hopefully it was helpful. God bless everybody. CW out.